All right, let's get you guys updated with all the major MLB free agency news with Mets beat writer for the New York Post, Mike Puma, who's down at the 2023 winter meetings. Mike, thanks for joining us. I know you're busy, a lot of news coming out of Nashville, so let's start with David Stearns. On Monday, he spoke and said the team plans to stick with one of the third basemen that's currently on the roster. So what options do they have there? And with third base already set, what does that leave as the team's biggest priorities this upcoming offseason?
Well, the biggest priority all along has been to add starting pitching here, and you know that didn't change at all. Hasn't changed at all from the start. But you know the thing they're going to look at now is they're going to give Brett Beatty or Ronnie Mauricio or Mark Vientos a chance to claim the position in spring training. You know they've determined that they want to give one of the young players a shot. And see what they have here. You know, we got a glimpse of all of them last season. There were some flashes, enough to think that they can fill this thing within.
Yeah, there's some inconsistencies out there. We also heard from new manager Carlos Mendoza. What were your biggest takeaways from what he and Stearns discussed?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in Carlos Mendoza's press conference yesterday and David Stearns is just the amount of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of holes on this roster. You know, I asked Carlos Mendoza at one point about the DH spot. You know, would he ideally like to have one player he can pencil in there, or you know, will it be something of a platoon? And this is still yet to be determined based on how some other things fall into place. So they need another outfielder. I think they need another DH bat. We talked about the starting pitching with you know, the Japanese ace Yamamoto at the top of that list, and the bullpen. There's multiple spots in that bullpen that have to be filled. So David Stearns got a lot of work to do here.
All right, and last but not least, the draft lottery is tonight. And if the Mets land a top 6 pick, they'll stay in the top 6. If not, their pick will drop 10 spots. Can you please break that down to us? Why is that the case?
Yeah, well, this is a penalty for going over the luxury tax, the top tier luxury tax threshold, that the Mets dropped 10 spots in the draft. Now, if they land a top 6 pick, they catch a break, and they'll get to keep it and not fall the 10 spots. But otherwise, as they did this year, when they would have otherwise picked number 22, they fell back 10 spots to number 32. So they want to get one of those top 6 spots in the lottery tonight. It's going to be worth watching, and it's big for the Mets because you don't want to be, you know, coming off of a season like last year where you win 77 games. You don't want to be picking way down in the first round.
Yeah, this team could definitely use a break in their favor, especially during this offseason. Mike Puma, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.